Hello, beautiful souls. Relationships can be a maze, can't they? Sometimes, the most profound emotions remain hidden beneath layers of fear, hesitation, or uncertainty. But here's the thing, love has a way of leaving clues, and if you pay attention, the signs become clear. Today, let's uncover something fascinating, the subtle yet undeniable things a man says when he's been secretly in love with you for years. When someone holds deep affection, it often manifests in the way they speak to you. A man who's been secretly in love with you for years might use words to create a connection that feels deeply personal. He'll frequently ask about your dreams, your past, and your feelings, not in passing but with genuine interest. These questions often go beyond surface-level conversation, showing that he values understanding the essence of who you are. For example, he might say, "I've always admired how passionate you are about your goals," or, "You've been through so much, yet you remain so strong." Such comments reveal a profound admiration that goes beyond friendship. One unmistakable sign of hidden love is the way he recalls the little things about you. He'll recall stories you shared years ago, your favorite coffee order, or even a random comment you made in passing. When someone keeps these details alive in their mind, it's not by accident, it's because they hold a special place in their heart. Imagine he says, "I recall how much you love that book you mentioned last year, so I got you a copy of a new one by the same author." These thoughtful gestures are his way of showing that you've occupied a unique and cherished part of his world. Listen closely to the way he speaks to you compared to others. His tone may be softer, warmer, or filled with an undertone of care when addressing you. If you notice him saying things like, "I always feel at ease when I'm around you," it's his way of expressing his affection without laying it bare. Pay attention to the words he chooses. A man who is secretly in love often struggles to conceal his emotions, and his tone may give him away, even when his words don't. When a man loves you, his words will often be filled with encouragement. He'll support your goals and dreams as though they're his own. Comments like, "You're going to achieve incredible things, I just know it," or, "You inspire me to be better every day," are his way of saying he sees your potential and loves you for it. This isn't just friendly support, it's an alignment of his emotions with your happiness. His encouragement stems from a deep-rooted desire to see you thrive because your joy feels like his joy. Listen for how he includes you in his vision of the future. It could be subtle, like saying, "One day, we should go to that concert together," or something more meaningful, like, "I can't imagine celebrating these milestones without you." These statements are his quiet way of saying he sees you as part of his life in the long term. For a man in love, the future feels incomplete without you in it. Love often comes with a deep desire to protect and care for someone. If he's been secretly in love with you, you'll notice he often expresses concern for your well-being. He might say, "Make sure you get home safe," or, "Don't forget to take breaks, you've been working too hard." These seemingly small remarks carry a weight of love that words alone can't always capture. They show he's attuned to your needs and cares about your happiness and safety in a way that's hard to miss. A man who loves you deeply won't shy away from being vulnerable, even if it's subtle. He might open up about his fears, hopes, or personal struggles in a way he doesn't with others. Comments like, "I don't usually talk about this, but I feel like I can trust you," signal a level of emotional intimacy that's rare and significant. This willingness to let down his guard reflects his trust in you, a hallmark of love that's been quietly growing over time. Compliments from someone secretly in love often have a different quality. Instead of just saying, "You look nice," he might remark, "There's something about your smile, it lights up the room." Or he might say, "You always know how to make people feel seen." These compliments aren't about appearances alone, they're about who you are as a person. They're his way of telling you that you're extraordinary without explicitly confessing his feelings. While a man in love might not openly admit his jealousy, you may notice subtle hints in his words. He might jokingly ask, "So, who was that guy you were talking to?" or say, "I bet everyone loves being around you." Though he tries to mask it, his jealousy reveals the depth of his feelings. It's not possessive but rather an indication of how much he values your connection. When a man has been secretly in love with you for years, his words may carry a certain weight, a mixture of longing and restraint that's hard to put into words. He might subtly offer insights into his emotions through the way he reacts to your achievements or setbacks. If you've shared a success, he won't just congratulate you in passing. Instead, he'll say something like, "I knew you'd accomplish this, you're capable of so much." These affirmations aren't just about celebrating the moment, they're his way of saying he sees your greatness and always has. On the flip side, when life doesn't go as planned, his responses will hold a different kind of care. He might say, "It's okay to have setbacks, it doesn't define you," or, "You're stronger than this challenge, and I'm here if you need me." These statements carry a tone of quiet reassurance, a reflection of his desire to lift you up in difficult times. This isn't just kindness, it's a sign of someone deeply invested in your emotional well-being. Another intriguing way love manifests is through how he reacts when you're vulnerable. If you share your fears, insecurities, or doubts, you'll notice his responses are never dismissive or indifferent. Instead, he might say, "It's amazing how honest you are about your feelings, it makes you even more incredible." Such words reveal a deep appreciation for your authenticity and a longing to be the one you turn to in those moments. He may also use humor to mask his feelings, yet his jokes often have a double meaning. For instance, he might tease you by saying, "You're setting the bar too high for the rest of us," or, "Careful, you're making me look bad." Behind the light-hearted banter lies a subtle acknowledgement of how much he admires you, even if he struggles to articulate it outright. Even in group settings, his attention may consistently drift toward you. He'll comment on your ideas, highlight your strengths, and subtly steer conversations to focus on your contributions. This behavior isn't about seeking attention for himself, it's his way of ensuring you feel valued and seen. These efforts might seem small on the surface, but they stem from a heart deeply attuned to yours. Now, let's talk about how he handles disagreements. A man secretly in love with you won't argue just to win. Instead, his words will reflect a desire to understand your perspective. He might say, "I see where you're coming from, let's figure this out together." Such responses demonstrate his commitment to preserving your connection, even in moments of conflict. Love, especially when kept hidden, has a way of showing itself through the smallest actions and words. The man who has secretly loved you for years will leave trails of his affection in the way he speaks to you, note your quirks, and include you in his dreams. If you've recognized these signs, cherish the connection you share. Sometimes, love just needs a nudge to come out of hiding. And if you feel the same way, don't be afraid to let him know, it could be the beginning of something beautiful. Let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed today. If someone in your life has been showing these subtle signs, it could mean they've been harboring feelings of love and admiration for years. These gestures, words, and reactions are often quiet but profound, revealing emotions that are hard to miss when you truly pay attention. When love remains unspoken, it has a way of showing up in the details, in the care, the attention, and the support someone offers without expectation. If you've noticed these signs, it's worth considering the depth of the bond you share. Perhaps there's a connection waiting to blossom into something beautiful, and all it takes is a small step toward understanding and openness.